All right. Well, I got to ask you about that letter from Father Hazel. I myself was impacted a lot by that story. I think you know that. It
Mhm.
kind of blew me out of the water when that letter got delivered, especially since it was
Yeah,
delivered by Father Rively, wasn't it? Holy
yeah.
crap.
Man that I was very much influenced by. He actually convinced me to go to Xavier High School, Father Rively. You know, yeah, he convinced me to take the test, and he convinced me
Oh, you
because
mean
he.
this is way back when
This
you
is way
were.
back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. And I was, me and my friends were very respectful of him. We respected him a lot, and for him to hand carry that letter also as kind of sense of validation of that idea that here's one man that I truly respect. That letter coming from a man that I really, really respect a lot, Frank Hazel. When I was a freshman, what I would do is I would go and hang out in his office. And at that time, now Mike Sam, if you go online and you type in mikesam.org, uh, you come across this huge, body of knowledge about Micronesia, contemporary, historical, whatnot, recording, photos, books, articles, and stuff that he has written. Because he has written quite a bit about issues in Micronesia. But at that time, he was just starting out, Mike Sam, and it was in his office as the director at Xavier High School. So what I would do is I would go there and kind of hang around in his office and clean and read some of the stuff. And he would like show me historical documents, you know, that were in my own language, but were written, you know, a long time ago, so to speak. So I would read them and try to help him translate them. Those kind of things. And also, my friend Jim Krogan, I would go to his room and, help him. We would help him clean his room, and he would make us listen to music and things like that. So when Fran and Jim and them, I guess when they got together, or I don't quite know the background of this, but when they decided at that point, whatever the decision went into that, I've never asked them, and I'm just grateful for it, that they would try to bring me back to Xavier High School and have Father Rively delivered a letter. And the letter basically said, it addressed I think it was addressing myself and the doctor, my doctor, that, we can try to, you let us know what you need us to do, you know, and really kind of leap of faith for everyone because that's never happened before. No school in Micronesia has ever, you know, enrolled a guy in a wheelchair with spinal cord injury. It has its own challenges, let alone have that kid stay 24 hours on campus and go to school there. So you're bringing back someone from a place where, there's much more available medical support. But what's lacking there I guess in their calculation, it's what's lacking is the community connection of my own people. So if I were to go back, at least I'm going back to Micronesia. I'm going back to Xavier High School. I'm going to Micronesia, and I'll be around my families and stuff. So that was kind of I think that's what went into it. Fran, will be interesting to ask Fran about it because we every time we talk about it, we just sort of kind of take take a huge breath of relief that you were able to pull it off. People like Father Rockowitz, who came in after Fran, instrumental in teaching the kids on how to. He used to take care of a friend with similar spinal cord injury back in the States before he came to Xavier High School. So he knew all about the challenges and of being a spinal cord injury person from the standpoint of a caregiver. So they trained the kids who volunteered to help out, and they were not required to. You know. So when I got that letter, we were talking about that letter. When I got that letter, it came at a time when a family was actually thinking about adopting me, you know, to come and live with them. They had a house in St. Louis Hyde. They also had a house at that time on Lanai, and they had a small plane that would fly over there. I think over the weekend. So and I, they would come up in the evening, and that was a challenge too. Do you want to, or do you not want to? I don't know. I want to, but I don't know. I'm afraid. I'm afraid to say, yeah, let's come into this. But so while we were doing all of that, with them, this letter came, and it just had it that much more, challenge to deciding what to do. You know,
I
so yeah, it was quite a scene there watching Father Rively walking. I'm like, is that you? Or I said, Father Rively, Padre, and he just laughed. And he looks like Sean Connery, by the way. That the white hair, white beard. That I don't know if he's Irish or he's Scot, but he has that Sean Connery look to him. I assume he was a big man in his in his younger days. Yeah.